y'all want that Arnold chest, bro, look no further. I'm gonna put y'all one step closer. So starting off, we're gonna do some decline cable flies. It's hard to see, but I do have a 25 that's under this bench. And as you can see, when I'm going down, my hands is in a fist. As I'm coming up, I like to open it almost like a clap, squeeze and hold on everything. Okay, so another thing I want to point out is that when I'm doing these, I try to tongue got twisted, but generally, I like to try to aim for almost like your mid chest, like your mid to lower chest, when that's about where I want my hand placement at the very top of the movement. Okay, so next we get into some decline dumbbell flies. I love dumbbell flies. It's one of my favorite movements. You couldn't see it on that last video, but in this one you can see the little 25 that's under the bench. Gonna go down, stretch, and then on the way up you contract. It's just the basics of every movement. Also, I believe on this day I was feeling kind of strong, so I started with the 55s, and then I believe I went to the 60s and 65s. Okay, so here's a set with the 60s, and you can see my muscle contract with the tank top on, so a little better with the jacket for that very reason, just so you could actually see it. You could also see my triceps, my bicep, all the movements that's involved in this exercise. Another thing I would want to point out as well, it's going to be very similar for me with the cable flies. When I'm coming down, I'm trying to aim for like my mid, basically like to the nipple. And as you can see, that was a struggle, and that was true failure. So the next thing I did was the incline dumbbell presses. Uh, by this time, I was pretty beat, but still managed to get the 60s up. I was feeling pretty good that day. I'm honestly looking forward to my next push day, which is tomorrow. I'm really hoping to get a PR. So with the dumbbells. Okay, so the next movement is going to be some easy bar push downs. Uh, One thing about me is I really love to hit triceps. Ever since I've seen that picture of Lee Priest and Tom Blast together, and Lee Priest looks absolutely insane in that pic. So that's always one thing I've try to strive for. So one thing I do want to note is that previously on this exercise, I feel as if I've been going a little bit too heavy because I haven't really been able to feel it when I wasn't able to contract. So this particular day, I lightened it just a little, like one notch, and then I was able to get the squeeze and the more focus in there, which is all we try to strive for, is that mind muscle connection. Okay, so the next movement I did was the long handle push down. You can see my triceps moving there, baby. So I really like to focus in on these and squeeze on the bottom. Try to force that blood and get in there. Okay, so something I'm about to do here that I encourage everyone to do if you're not doing it is to keep a journal of the weight you lift, how much you like the rep range, how much you did. I advise anyone to keep up with this. Previously, I have not done it, but in the past year or so, I have, and it has made a tremendous difference being able to keep up with the weights I did the previous week to try to beat that. Okay, so the last movement I did was some front delt raises. I'm honestly not a very big fan of front delt raises just because I always feel like I'm kind of doing them wrong. But the main focus I'm trying to aim for is like basically I'm trying to aim to where it's like at my upper chest. That's why I'm trying to, bring my arms out and then back down. Yeah, but I've never been a fan of just because it's always been like one of those movements that I kind of feel awkward in. Same thing with like single arm rows. I absolutely hate it just because I feel weird doing them. I feel like as if everybody has at least one exercise that they don't like doing because they don't like the way they do 'em.